the launch of our Youth Ecosystem Development, Youth Awareness and Advocacy was hosted in Kigali City, a collaboration between Generation Africa and Alliance for Green Revolution in Africa to support young entrepreneurs in the agriculture sector, which was held on Thursday. We do have the report with Siti Patel.
The launch was jointly convened by Generation Africa and Alliance for Green Revolution in Africa, AGRA. The idea behind this collaboration is to give youth a voice to identify problems, find solutions together with the organizations, and in what ways the organization can support the youth in the agricultural sector. The businesses who survived for a year, almost 70% of them had to close down. Commerce which pulled through for 2 years, 50% of them had to shut down. Traders who managed to sustain 3 years, approximately 30% of them had to end their commerce and trade. Rwandan Ministry of Youth and Culture are working to support Rwandan youth through a flagship program specifically curated to address the bottlenecks young agripreneurs are facing. The collaboration between Generation Africa and AGRA is to focus on a few issues, namely climate change, pests and rodents, nutrition and diet, outdated farming practices, markets and livelihood, innovations in the food system, and limited access to technology, all of which hinder productivity and income generation. Some of the challenges voiced by the youth today are in the sector of horticulture, poultry, pisciculture, irrigation, value addition for primary agricultural products. Some of the solutions to it are to focus on networking, digitalization, easy access to finance, and opportunity to value addition, have the necessary skills equipped with tools and various other solutions.
We are expecting discussions that will lead us to solving all those challenges that we always face as youth. We have a knowledge or capacity building in agribusiness. But then, what do we use this knowledge for? That is the challenge. We do not have capital, starting capital.
Ms. Sakina Uzenjimana, the CEO and founder of Afri Foods, runs the business of exporting of fresh food and vegetables to Middle East and Europe, who has 500 farmers working under her.
There's a problem of production and packaging, which also we have been discussed with this forum, and we believe that it's going to help us in the future and as we are advocating more.
The organizers of Youth Ecosystem Development event are trying to mobilize youth to join Go Getters and Value for Her communities platform and participate in subsequent programs which will serve to give the youth and international networking exposure with other like-minded youth from across the continent. Create awareness on available opportunities they can tap into offered by different stakeholders and the government, which includes the Ministry of Youth and Culture and Ministry of Agriculture and Animal Resources. Mr. Dixon Naftali, the head of Generation Africa, goes in about how they are going to implement this flagship program.
So the young people who are coming into agriculture, we try and walk with them the journey from ideation to successful businesses that are mature. Looking at working with financial institutions as well to ensure that as they tailor their products for finance, they don't incorporate collaterals that are so hard for young businesses to find. They make sure that it's a data-driven lending with contracting and looking at the end market. And as long as the young farmers have a market, they can already be extended to some credit, which will help them to do their businesses. And so the approach is to have a flagship that involves all these important players. Financial institutions will be part of this flagship. Consortium that will be formed with all these development partners will make decisions on who takes what.
Mr. Jean-Paul Dadijimana, a country representative of Alliance for Green Revolution in Africa, AGRA, notes on the solutions that will be implemented in the future.
In our next 5 years, we are intentionally putting a focus on supporting youth in agriculture. And we are supporting them on 3 fronts. The first front we are supporting is to really link them. Also invested into an assessment countrywide to establish what are the areas that have high opportunity for youth to engage in agriculture. We are calling it an ecosystem mapping. And the report is out and we are disseminating it to youth. We are also working on access to capital, where youth will be able to access financing, possibly at a single-digit interest rate, and that will give them working capital. And on the policy, we have started engaging policymakers to avail land, which is a productive asset.
They have promised to find the best solution to the difficulties faced by the young agri-food entrepreneurs. Approximately 125,000 youth are coming to the labor market in Rwanda every year, and to create job opportunities is what they are looking forward to. They want to create an environment where they are not sure of anything related to farming and also want to make easy access to resources. Siddhi Patel, RTV News.